One.
What's up guys, Lucky Tattooing here, and today we're going to talk a lot more in depth about what's been done to the Supra. I keep getting a bunch of questions. What mods do you have? What'd you do to make it fast? How'd you get into the nines? And today we're going to discuss every mod that's done to my car, how it was built, how much it's going to cost you to build something similar, and hopefully we get into all those details and I don't forget anything. In the meantime, let's jump right in. We'll start right here at the heart of the beast underneath the hood and explain everything that we've got done and going on here. So for starters, we have the Visconti sequential port injection kit. Mine came with 660 injectors. I know a lot of guys that are going to the 1050s. I'm not sure that that's exactly necessary. That's not what we did. We went with the 660s. It runs fine with that. The next thing we have going on is the P-tuned top mount turbo kit. Now this turbo kit came with the Garrett G35 1050, which is a 68mm turbo. When you buy this kit, it comes with 2 tile blow-off valves, as well as your charge pipe and your down pipe, all the piping you need and all the wiring you need. So as far as under the engine bay, that's about all you can visibly see that's done. Up next, I am waiting for a manifold. That should be coming this week, hopefully, to get some of our temperatures down. So that the car doesn't heat soak. Now let's discuss supporting mods because that is definitely important. Obviously you can't see, but we have DSS built axles on here. That's one of the first things to break on these cars once you start putting some horsepower to the wheels is your axles. Next is going to be the Jax Stage 2 transmission, which is good for up to 950 wheel horsepower. That also is a big thing. If you want to make these cars go fast, you have to get the transmission in check. So I would say that those are the 2 biggest components. Next to that, you have to have a way to put all that power to the ground and make it hook. So I have a Titan T7 drag pack here. This is skinnies on front, and there's the big tires on the back. Right now, we're just running Mickey Thompson 305s. So that's actually 305, 45, 17s with that drag pack. And that's plenty of meat to get this thing to hook at the track. As you can see from my last video, that last pass I made, this thing dead hooked. Got out of the hole just fine. Now my car is on a flex fuel tune, which means I can basically run any fuel I want in it, which is great. And this car has been tuned by Jeff Payne with Payne Tunes. As you can see, I have a 55-gallon drum of Sunoco X98 that I run through this thing in variables, and I can blend it down to run E70, E80. But for the most part, this car is actually tuned and running E90. With that fuel system, you are going to need an upgraded fuel pump, so I actually have a Visconti Stage 1 fuel pump. Now for the exhaust, I'm running a Titan Motorsports dual titanium exhaust system. This one actually retains the valves, so you can actually make this quiet when you're not in sport mode. Not only does it do that, it actually sheds 34 pounds of weight off of the car just with that exhaust system. This whole exhaust system only weighs 20 pounds, so not only are you getting a great exhaust system, you're also getting a slight weight reduction. As for suspension, I went with the Airlift 3H kit. Now this kit works really well, even on the drag strip, depending on what you're looking to do with the car, because I'm more of a car show and race type guy. I like to do both. I enjoy doing both. So I've done some modifications on the exterior as well as this. I mean, this car bagged out just looks so good. I went with just the single compressor, which seems to be fine. That's a 5-gallon tank. I did the check valve. Basically top of the line system as far as that goes, other than having maybe one more compressor. But it goes up and down just fine. Works plenty of time. This actually works with your cell phone, so you can lower raise the car at a car show from your phone, which the kids really, really love. Moving on to exterior mods, I only have a couple things done. This is actually a Street Hunter, and these are legit Street Hunter parts. It's the front lip here, which I like. The only thing I would say I dislike about it is right here on the sides. That drives me crazy. And this thing was installed professionally. The other one was just like it. Anyone that I've seen has just been like this. But that little gap just bothers me. Why didn't they come bring it all the way around, man? Other than that, I have the Street Hunter carbon fiber wing, which is my favorite wing on this car. I've seen plenty of wings. People have all kinds of them. This has always been my favorite. I always thought it looked the best, so that's the one I went with. And I believe these are, I want to say Rex Speed side skirts, just to kind of match the uniformity. Other than that, exterior mods go that's really about it. You can see the wheels when they tuck as the car is bagged. I should have cleaned this car before I did the video, but whatever. We were at the drag strip last. Other than that, the wind buffeting right here, these are little carbon fiber pieces. This helps tremendously with this car. If you have a Supra, have ever driven in a Supra, once these windows are down without those little pieces, this thing is noisy. Very, very loud. That takes all of that out, or most of it anyway. So that helps a lot. With all of that, there are about 3 dongles that I use religiously. We have the HXP flash tool. This is a trans flash dongle, so where I can actually change a lot of things in the car. Shift points, rev points, where we launch from. I can make it go from launching in first gear to second gear, which really helps at the drag strip to help get those 60-foot times down. So this is very important. The next one being the OBD Link CX. This works in tune with Beamer code, so that you can actually change a lot of things. This car has a lot of annoying things. Like if you're just moving the car around, you want the seatbelt light off, or you don't want the error messages popping up every time you crank the car. This OBD link allows you to change things, and there's some other fun settings in there. So I've got that just to use occasionally. And we use the EcuTech tuner, and this is how we get all of our tuning done. You can actually get this in line with your tuning company, which is Jeff Payne in my case, where he can remote tune from this dongle. So this right here is the tuner that I'm running. I think some people are running a couple different ones, but this is by far the best one in my opinion. Now, the last thing I want to get into with you is pricing on all the parts, where to get the parts, and where they're available at. So we're going to get to that, but first I want to give a huge shout out to 2 people. First is the tuner, Jeffrey Payne with Payne Tuning. If you guys are looking for a reputable tuner, somebody who does a fantastic job, that is my recommendation. He has definitely made himself available and accessible anytime I'm messaging with all of my dumb questions or just need knowledge or how to tune, getting things done in a hurry. He's always been there, highly recommended, and he did my vehicle. The next person is Performance Playground Engineering in Georgetown, Texas. Those guys are who actually did the entire build on my car. So if you're in the Texas area or even can get there, I'm 6 hours away from them, and I still got my car down there because it was worth the drive. They've answered all my questions. They've grown as a shop as well as helped me build this car, and have definitely built something special here. That's mainly what they're doing. So if you're looking for somebody who's just very knowledgeable, knows what they're doing, and can get the car done right, that's who I would recommend is Performance Playground Engineering. Those 2 links are down below to message or contact those people if you have any questions or needs with your build. All right, guys, so let's get into the pricing of some of these parts so that we can kind of discuss that. Wait, time out. Quick disclaimer here. If you're working with a reputable speed shop or tuner, they can probably get you a lot of these parts at a heavy discount as they work with them and buy lots of parts from them. So they can probably get a lot of these things a little cheaper than you can get them for yourself for. This is just strictly to show you guys about what you should look to spend on this build if you're looking to get this car into the 9s or lower, you know. So this is just a general point to show you guys you don't have to get on here and just start ordering a bunch of parts, which is what I did at first, realizing I could have saved hundreds, if not thousands of dollars by actually just ordering all the parts once I found my speed shop. So just letting you know that. Now let's jump into what I have. Now up first, you can see we have the Titan Motorsports titanium valved exhaust system. That is $24.99, and you can get that through Speed Industries website. This is the one that allows the weight reduction, like I've mentioned before, and has the valves, so it's not quite as loud if you don't want it to be. Up next, you have the P-Tuned Turbo Kit. As you can see here, it comes with everything you need. Now, if you look on the right side, you do have some options to play with. You can actually select a different turbo. So there's one that doesn't do quite as much, and then there's a larger turbo on top of that, whether you want a blanket or a screen. So there are some options to play with to make this turbo either less or more expensive. On average, it was about $7,200, and that's what my setup is with the G35. Up next, you've got your Visconti Tuning Sequential Port Injection Kit. You can get this through Speed Industries. This kit runs about $1,494, about $1,500. When you get the harness added to it, you're going to want the harness. It's plug and play. Makes things really simple, and you can see the price there. We probably should have started here because the Ecotech tuner is one of the most important things to begin any of this tuning. And to get this with the Bluetooth feature, it will run you anywhere from $400 to $600. It just really depends. As you can see, like this site, this one's on back order, and that's been a big problem with a lot of these parts. Another thing that we discussed was the axle upgrade. This is the Titan Motorsports DSS axle upgrade. This handles 1,000 horsepower. Now this price varies a little bit whether you turn in your axles with the core. If you do turn those in, that's $22.49. But if you don't and you need stock cores, it's going to be about $3,500. These axles will allow your car to handle the horsepower and not end up broken down on the track. Now up next is the Jax transmission upgrade. Now I have the 950. As you can see, that's $5,700. Now with shipping, that turns it into $6,000. It's $300 shipping charge. Now if you don't want to go with the 950 build, that's okay. They have a 750 build, which is a little bit more affordable. It's $2,900 plus the $300 shipping. So that brings you out to about $3,200 shipped to your house. It just doesn't quite make as much power. This is what I ran first, but my transmission ended up messing up, so I upgraded anyway. So if you're looking for power, I recommend just going with the 950 to start with. Moving right along, we have the Visconti Stage 1 fuel system upgrade. This comes with the Walbro 525 pump there. That way you can get all the fuel delivered to your system like you need, and you can see that's about $1,300. Now these next couple items we're going to run through a little more quickly. As you can see, this is the Titan T7 drag pack. This comes with 17 by 4.5 fronts, 17 by 10.25 rears. These are forged wheels. You can get them in multiple colors, and you can see they run discounts, but they typically have ran like $1,900. You can get them at a couple places a little cheaper. Great drag setup, and this runs those 305s perfectly. Moving from there, we have the bad kit. Now this is the Airlift 3H kit. You can play with this quite a bit, as I showed my trunk setup. I believe I got this from Bag Riders, not this particular site. Mine ran me about $4,200 shipped with the single compressor. Again, you can add another compressor if you wanted, but I didn't feel it was necessary because it didn't really create any problems with my setup. Going on, I have the Street Hunter front and rear wing combo. So you get the front lip with the rear wing. This is about $3,555. So let's say $3,600. We'll just kind of round it up. The kit looks great. Came in the first time a little damaged, but they work with me and fix this up. So I do recommend using these guys. They do stand behind their product. And for those wheels, I'm just on some Mickey Thompson SS drag radials. And these run about $640 for the set. So that's about everything that I have on my build right now. I might be missing a couple little things, but yeah, that should just about do it. All right, guys, so hope you've enjoyed my video. Guys, this is what I wanted in my build. My biggest advice to anybody out there with this platform looking to get into this, if you're watching this video right now and you're maybe thinking about getting some of these parts, make sure you get with a reputable tuner, reputable speed shop. Get with them on parts, let them know your goals, because that's going to be the biggest determining factor on the things that you need. Again, I probably wasted a good bit of money just not going about it the right way. So I needed more power, wanted more power. That's why I've got the bigger upgrades. Some of those aren't necessary. If you're wanting to do about the same thing, just on a lower scale, you can get away with that and probably save yourself quite a bit and be right around where I'm at. I just didn't know if on my platform, if I wanted to take my car further or not. This is a full interior street car that is proven. Mine actually got into the 9s the other day. If you watch one of my previous videos, I have a 9-second street car now because of the mods that I've done and because of the tuner and the builders that I used. So biggest thing, again, just make sure you know what you're wanting out of this car, out of this platform, how you're looking to drive. If you want spirited driving, drag strip, or just a straight street beast, this car can do about all of it. And guys, hope you like the mods, hope you like what I've done, and I hope this maybe helps somebody in the future. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, comment down below. I would love to help you guys out any way I can. And thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.
Shit for my fam, I do this shit for my fans, yeah.